Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the WC to Life podcast. WC to Life on Purpose with your host, Karen Oliver. Thank you so much for coming back with another episode. We are so glad to have you come in and listen and follow and share and tell others thank you. I see the downloads out there. Also, I want you guys to leave comments. I want you guys to let me know of anything that you liked, anything that you didn't like. If something that was stuck out there to you, leave me a comment or feedback on KarenThePodcaster.com. This month, we're in February. We're in February, February the 3rd, 2021. Yes, I just want to tell you how excited I am to be in the month of February and how we're in a new year in 2021. I'm looking forward to great things, to get great things for everybody. And guess what, you guys? We are going to be talking about fresh start on this month. I hope you caught the interview and the episodes on last month about fresh start. I'm sorry. We're talking about fresh start this month, you guys. In January, we talked about promises, you guys, and I had an awesome interview with my guest Tyrese Davis on last week. Check that out. Also, be sure to check out Promises that was uploaded on January the 14th. That is out there. We have several more episodes that we know that you guys are going to take from out there. Please share with someone. You guys know that I am for you guys out there listening that don't know who I am. I am a life purpose coach, career coach, mentor, certified life health and nutrition coach. I also teach on integrative health medicine, and I'm also a wellness advocate as well. So, you guys, my podcast is a part of my services, even for my clients and for you guys out there. So, any aspiring clients out there that want to know what we do, you guys, you can check out my website, and I will make sure that I will pin it to this episode. But I want you guys to know that I am grateful that you guys have been with me on this journey. We have been going on 10 months strong almost. If not, we might already be in 10 months that we started the podcast, you guys. And I am so just thankful and grateful that I I've seen how far we've came because I didn't only do it by myself. You guys helped me do it too because you guys were listening, you guys were sharing, you guys were following. You guys were in tuned, and you some of you guys even told me the feedback that you liked about the podcast. I've gotten some ratings on we've gotten ratings on Apple, Spotify, um, Anchor. Oh gosh. Um, and I'm just grateful that we are out there on all podcast platforms. Whatever your favorite podcast platform is, WC to Life is on there. So, you guys, let's get started. We're talking about fresh start. Fresh start is the monthly topic for the WC to Life podcast this month in February. You guys, I just want to say when I thought about the topics and everything, and I was brainstorming because I know I was so busy on last year, and the end of the year came, and then we had the Thanksgiving break and Christmas break, and all of us are trying to brainstorm and build our planners and everything for 2021. I had to do even my podcast planner different this year. You know how sometimes you think you're going to follow the same method of something every season or every year. It just made me think about that everything that you do is not going to be the same. We all know that seasons change, just like seasons change, things in our life change. Um, so we have to understand that just because we started something a certain way a season ago, or say we started something a couple of months ago or last month ago, that don't mean we're going to come into the new season or the new month or the new year and do and follow the same plan or the same guideline that we did before. And that's what I mean about fresh start. That's what I mean about fresh start. This is getting good already, you guys. But just talking about a little bit about myself, you guys. I thought that when 2020 came here, I was looking for my same podcast player. And I was like, yeah, I was on a roll with this when I had all this down. But you know what? This year I had to do it a different way. This year it was meant for me to do it a different way. And so I didn't have the same guideline or anything that I had last year. Because when we start something, that is just to get us out of our comfort zone. And I hope this is helping someone. That is just to get us out of our comfort zone. And then when things start changing and growing, we got to brainstorm and think critically of how we're going to do things different and how we're going to step into things different. Because I truly thought I was going to be following the same guidelines of everything. I was like, wow, I couldn't even, guys, I was so in tune with that podcast planner. Like, I was, always making sure I kept my routine on there and I'm making sure that everything was organized. And when I came into 2021, I had to organize and build my own podcast planner from scratch. And that's what happens in life it's like when somebody's pushing us out the door, we don't want to go anywhere. That's just like a baby not wanting to walk yet. And the baby has already came out of the crawling stage and everything. And it's like they look for the mother or father to hold on to their hand because they know that they're safe with them. But in their mind, oh, I'm scared to walk on my own because what if I fall? That's what happens with us in life. Like we're scared to get out there and grow on our own. And it's just like, okay, we got the fresh start. I'm sorry, we got the start of someone or another resource or something helping us boost ourselves out there. But it's like now it's time to let go of the hands of this or that or others and be like, I gotta grow and I gotta step out on my own. That's what I mean, you guys, about fresh start. Sometimes in our life, we can be building things, we can be conquering things with the help of with the help of resources, or it could have been a help of with someone. Um, or it doesn't matter whether it's people, places, or things. But when it's time to step out of there and grow and make your own fresh start, it's time to just leap. I just want to use that word. It's just time to leap out there. It's time to leap and do the things because you're growing and you don't want to stay stagnated by doing the same thing that you used to do. So, how do you know when you need a makeover? How do you know when you need a do over? And I'm not talking about makeup women. And then now I'm not talking about putting on makeup, lipstick, foundation, eyeshadow, or anything like that. How do you know when you need a makeover in your life, when you need a do over? And that's the thing, identifying what do you need to what is it in your life that you need to start fresh? How do I start fresh? W- And even if you haven't done anything, or even if you just got an idea, or if you thought about, okay, I remember how I started writing my book and how I started writing my first chapter. And so you're looking at how am I going to follow on to the next chapter? It's all about brainstorm. It's all about changing your mindset and doing things different. So it's like you're not going to follow that same pattern. It's like you got to make sure that you have everything down and you want to make sure that you keep what you're saying you want to make sure you keep your audience captured. You want to make sure what you're saying until the people fits because you're telling your story, you're telling your testimony. So you're like, okay, when you're writing a book that every chapter can't be the same. When we're reading a book, we're looking forward to the next chapter, right? Especially when it's interesting, when it's good. So it's like you're not going to go to the next page thinking you're going to read the same thing, right? Okay, then that means that it's going to always be something fresh. It's always going to be something new on that next chapter. If you get what I'm saying. And so, you guys, that's why I was talking a little bit about myself when I was thinking about even coming into this year. And I was like, wow, I was really trying to follow my podcast planner that I did. But, something was like, you're not meant to do the same thing that you did last year. That was your kickoff ground. So because you have started growing into the area where you're at, it's time to build your own from scratch. And I believe that's what we are doing in 2021. We are building and we are creating um things. We're creating, uh we're masterminding our thoughts and brainstorming, masterminding businesses, projects, whatever it is. And you got to look back, and you've got to, even just, take notes, and just say to yourself, when you get your special quiet time to yourself, when you're working on, your business, or you're working on your goals or whatever, you gotta be like, what is it that I need to start fresh on? Is this stale? And when I mean, you guys know what stale means, meaning that it's old, it's just been sitting there, it's rotten, it's no good, it's just stale. It doesn't have any fruit to it. Like it doesn't like it doesn't have any flavor to it anymore. So it's like, what can I do to capture the audience? What can I do to capture my product, or capture my career, capture my goal? What do I need to do? Even in health, even when you're learning your body and finding out your body and what your body needs and what your body don't need. You guys know, I said that's health 101. You guys know that I did a class on health and wellness 101 on, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure if it's quite 2 weeks or not, but um if you have not listened, it is on my website, and it is on my YouTube channel. And again, you guys, I will pin my website for the new viewers, for the new listeners who don't have it. But again, you guys, what are you going to say to your what are you saying to your body? Are you going to tell your body you're going to keep eating the same things and doing the same things? Because doing that, it doesn't work. You already have problems and you have some condition. So why would you continue to keep the same eating patterns when you're trying to start fresh and start eating better and living better? That don't mean you have to squash everything away, or that don't mean you have to take away everything that you love, but you got to eat certain things in moderation. And it's always important to cry out certain things that's not good for your body. Replace it with something good. Replace it with something that you're gonna like. Sometimes you gotta spruce it up, and that you gotta make it taste good. Now, and I'm just giving you guys a little bit of analogy, and that's just health wise. When we're knowing our body, I know what didn't work for my body. You know what didn't work for your body. So why would you keep thinking that the same thing is gonna work? So it's time to start fresh. It's time to do something fresh. Like I said, whether it be career, whether it be life, whether it be health, whether it even be, family, lifestyle changes, you name it. We have a lot of things in life that we need to start fresh on. And so what is your fresh start? What is it something that you need to do? What is it in your life that is stale, that is not moving? Um, what is it that you need to spruce up? What is it that needs a fresh takeover? What is it that needs a new makeover or a new do-over in your life? What is it? And so these are some of the things that you got to ask yourself. Sometimes you got to, like I said, you always sit back, and you sit down, and you brainstorm, and you be like, what is it that I need to do that's going to change? Even with finances. Now, I'm not a financial coach or anything like that, and big hats off to financial coach, because I know that there are some areas in my life where I need a fresh start, even in my financial areas. And yes, I am working on that. So you guys, you wouldn't hear me give you, I can give you what I learn and what I know, but even in finances, there needs to be a fresh start, even with um your finances. Um and I know that's a whole nother topic, you guys, but I hope that these examples is helping someone. So, fresh start. Fresh start. When you thinking about fresh, you think about something that is full of life. You think of um revamp. When I think of fresh start, I think of revamping, and I think of restoration. I think of restart. You know, um I think of flourishing, you know, fresh start. you're starting over. And I know sometimes we don't like to start over. There was a time where, you I didn't want to. And then I had to think to myself, Karen, do you still want to stay stuck in the same place, doing the same thing? Or are you going to look to the other side in faith and believe that there is better and greater on the other side? Sometimes we fear the unknown. You guys, I talked about that when I expressed myself about commitment. The topic commitment was in my very first month of episodes in May. In June, I talked about commitment part one and part two. If you have not listened to commitment, please go back to listen to commitment. And I also shared a little story of mine on there. But when you think of as I was saying, when you think of yourself, I had to tell myself, is I'm going to continue to keep being worried about fearing the unknown because I don't know what's going to happen or I don't know what's going to be going on the other side, or am I going to start fresh and just leave this behind because I know what I'm in is no good for me, or this right here is not working out. Like, so I gotta go to something else. I gotta step out in something else fresh so I can know that this is gonna be greater. Had I never stepped out of that comfort zone and that fear, and then I wouldn't have never known that all these things were waiting for me. Even when I expressed that in my topic on promises on January the 14th, I expressed that that the promises are waiting on us. So that's just like when we're starting fresh. If we keep standing still, if we keep being stale, keep being old, worrying, being afraid, fearing the unknown, how we're going to make a fresh impact in our life. Everything in our life starts with a fresh impact. That's if you want it, because that's your choice. We have a choice to start fresh or not. Either you're going to start fresh or you're not going to start fresh. So, what is it going to be? Because what you're doing, and obviously it's not working. So, what is it that needs a makeover? What is it that needs a complete do-over? What are some things that you need to start fresh on? And sometimes we do got to start over. As I even said, even in the topic of promises on last month in January, some things we are going to make mistakes, and some things are going to fall through, and they're not going to work out. But we've got to continue to keep going. And sometimes I also express that maybe there were some things that were just not connected to you, and that's why you need to start fresh. I can attest just a little bit about myself that there were some things that was not connected to me. So until I got up and start making a fresh start for myself and starting over, doing a new makeover on myself and in my life, that wasn't until I started seeing the fruits of everything. That's when I seen what was really meant for me, because I was no longer trying to sit there complacent in one area of my life knowing that it wasn't going to work. And so, you guys, that's what I'm talking about in Fresh Start. Sometimes we have to evaluate and we have to look at our surroundings, look at everything that's connected to us, and what is not working. What is it that is not working? And then that's when you need to evaluate and say, I need to make a fresh start. I need a new makeover. I need to do this over. Yeah, we know that the process may even take some time, but it can't take too much time and then what you're still sitting in. Because trust and believe, if you're still sitting in things that are not working or not progressing around you, it's only a hindrance. And so when you take that leap of faith and you step out of your comfort zone, fearing, not fearing the unknown anymore, and then that's when things start showing up. And before you know it or not, you will be farther along than you thought you were going to be, because you've wasted so much time sitting down and just sitting around in life, or sitting around waiting for things to happen that's not going to happen. You know why? Because you have not made a change. You're scared to start over. Things are stale. They don't have any flavor to them anymore, like I said. So that's when you have to realize and you have to be honest with yourself and you have to accept the fact. There we go with the word acceptance. You have to accept the fact and be honest to yourself. Be honest and say, okay, I need to start over. I need to start this over. I need a new makeover in this. I need to do this over again. Whatever area it is in your life, um, that's when you can identify that, yeah, I need a makeover because I'm tired of doing this, or this is not working, or um, you want to be all that you can be, and you will be very, very glad that you did make that choice to make a fresh start in your life. And whatever area that may be in your life, I can assure you that it's going to be well worth it. And so you guys, I am excited and I am glad that you are going to be making a fresh start in life. And whatever area that is in your life, I am going to cheer you on to continue to keep moving, to keep starting over wherever you need to start over at, and keep going and never look back. Fresh start. Let's make a fresh start. February 2021. Guys, thanks so much for joining in. Thanks so much for listening to WC to Life. Keep on sharing with others. Thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you so much for the ratings on Apple. We received 2 ratings on Apple. Thanks so much. Um, just continue to be safe out there, and we will definitely come back with another episode on next week. So, you guys have a lovely day, lovely morning, and lovely night wherever you are. Bye.